That's a big deal right there, and so I'm about to show you how you can change your life. Now, we showed you the fun, I don't know if you want to call it the fun part, but the interesting part. Well, what we do mainly is we teach people about money and how it works so that they can win. But let me show you the business side of this where you can help your family win. Now, what were most people taught about business growing up?
Expensive.
It's expensive. 9 out of 10 businesses fail. Super risky. Costs a lot of money to get in. And so, if you were taught anything about businesses, it was negative. And so, most people were taught nothing. I didn't learn a daggone thing about. So I got to use you because I just love it. Luke Bowers graduated from Christopher Newport University this last year with a business degree. And they did. Oh, I'll save the rest of that story for a second because it works perfect in this. So I'm going to tell you about the cash flow quadrants. Very interesting. This gentleman here named Robert Kiyosaki wrote this book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And if you've never read it, I highly recommend that you get it. It actually, what he does in there is he talks about the differences between what the wealthy teach their kids and what the poor teach their kids. And it is night and day. You can get that book for free at the library, or you can get it for a penny off of Amazon. He wrote a second book called The Cash Flow Quadrants, which I'm actually going to give you the cliff notes for. And in this book, he did a ton of research to figure out how people made money and how they built their quality of life. And he found out they do it in 4 ways. You can be an employee, you can be self-employed, a business owner, or an investor. Now, as an employee, what happens is you actually have a job where you're paid by the position, not the person. So, as an example, let's say Wesley and I are both teachers. And we've both been teaching for 10 years, but he's actually 10 times better than me. How much are we getting paid?
The same.
Same amount. What's his incentive to do better? Right? He works late for the kids. He has these great lesson plans. I don't even like the kids, but we still getting paid the same. It's not good. And so, if you have a job or you've ever had a job, who determines how much money you make? Yeah, not you. Who determines when you get a raise? Yeah. Who determines when you get a promotion? Who determines when you get to go on vacation? Not you. Yeah. Who determines if you can even come to work tomorrow? They do. Now, is there any such thing as a good, secure job?
No.
No way. I don't think so. You're trading your time for money. And when I ask some people, they say, oh yeah, I make $10 an hour, $15, $25 an hour, but it's not true. You rent an hour of your life for $20. And so that really hit me hard when somebody shared that with me. Now when we're talking about businesses, all businesses are in business to make money. And they use this income statement. And the income statement says, revenues minus expenses equal profits. And there's 2 ways for businesses to increase their profits. They can increase their revenues or decrease their expenses. Or they can do a combination of both. Now, what side of the ledger is your job? Is your job a revenue or an expense? It's an expense. So we're told to go to school for 10, 12, 15, 20 years so that we can be put in a system where if you make more money at your job, the business makes less. And I just told you businesses are in business to make money. Does that sound like a good relationship? Not at all. So people get frustrated with that, and so they become self-employed and say, you know what, I'm going to do my own thing. And so you can be a doctor, lawyer, dentist, hairstyle, salesperson, whatever you want. Now, as a self-employed person, you do have the capacity to make a lot more money. Because if you're very skilled at what you do, you can charge more because you get paid for a task. So if Wesley and I are both lawyers, and he's 10 times better than me, can he charge more?
Yeah.
And you will pay it. Because if you come to me, you're going to jail. But if you come to Wesley, he's going to get you off. So you gladly pay him whatever you want, brother. I'll pay it, right? It's going to work that way. But the challenge is as a self-employed person, you either burn out or you max out. Right? There's only 24 hours in a day and only 7 days in a week. So you can only make so much money. And if you work 100 hours a week, how long can you do that before you pass out? Not very long. So if Wesley is self-employed and he goes on vacation for 3 weeks, how much money does he make? 0. And if he's sick in the hospital, what happens to his family? Yeah, you lose it. Yeah, that's right. You better have a good backup plan. You're going to lose it all. And so the third way to get paid is by being a business owner. And this is where you own a system and you leverage other people's time. And I always like to use McDonald's. Has anybody here not heard of McDonald's? Okay, good. Always check. So McDonald's, everybody knows McDonald's. So let's say Wesley owns a McDonald's. If he owned a McDonald's, first of all, he has to plunk down $1.1 million. You got that, brother?
No, sir.
Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and say you had it. So you got McDonald's. So he would hire somebody like me to manage the place. It would cost him $30,000, $40,000 a year to pay me. And then we'd hire a bunch of high school kids at minimum wage, and they'd burn the burgers and fry the fries, and he would never have to step into the McDonald's, but he would make $15,000 to $20,000 a month. Now, if you made $15,000 a month without actually having to work, could you pay your bills? Yes. Isn't that incredible? Of course, you have to have $1.1 million to start that program. But here's the thing. The challenge with owning a business is that you have to recruit, hire, and train people. And when I talk about recruiting, people go, ooh, recruiting, that's weird. But you know everybody recruits. If you have a job, they recruited you. If you went to college, they recruited you. If anybody here married? Best recruiting job you ever did. Hey, I want you to spend the rest of your life with me. That was a great recruiting job. And my wife should be coming in here shortly, and you will see that I am the finest recruiter on the face of the earth. Very good at what I do. Now, if you, you know, churches recruit, the military recruits, everybody recruits. As a matter of fact, we recruit every day, we just don't call it that. Right? So, you know, Wesley and I are friends, and we want to go to the movies, and I want to go see Rogue One, and, you know, he wants to go see Zootopia. You know, I don't know what's up with him. And we're going to go back and forth Star Wars, Zootopia, and whoever goes, whatever movie we go to see, that was the recruiter. If we want to go out to eat, right, he wants to go have steak, I want to have tofu, not really. We're going back and forth, he's not having tofu, we're going to have steak. So he's the recruiter. And so that's really how the process works. And we do that every day with our friends and our family, all day long. Now, who gets paid more? The person that recruited you or you? And who gets paid more? That person that recruited you or the person that recruited him? So do you want to be the recruiter or the recruitee? Right. Now with McDonald's, as an example, McDonald's has a 150% turnover rate. And so if Wesley or I, or some combination of the two of us, we don't recruit, hire, and train 12 people every month, his McDonald's goes out of business in 6 months. So it's just a process. It just goes on all the time. Colleges are recruiting, military's recruiting. It's just happening all the time. So we don't even see it. Now, the best definition I ever heard of financial independence is when you have enough passive income coming into your household that it pays all of your living expenses. And so that begs the question, what is passive income? Well, there's two types of income. There's active income, where you work and work and work and work, and they give you a really small check. And you work and work and work and work, and they give you a small check. That's active income. Passive income is all the money that you make when you're not working. And how much does the average American make when they're not working?
Zero.
Zero if we round up, right? So if you don't make any money passively, what's the chance of you becoming financially independent? None. So you got to figure out a way. So now, Wesley owns this McDonald's. He's a business owner. He goes on vacation for 3 weeks. Does he get paid? Yep. Yes, he does. He gets paid every day, all day. If McDonald's is open and they're selling Big Macs, he's getting paid. So if he gets sick and he's in the hospital, what happens to his family?
I'll be better off.
Party! Woo! Now, the fourth way to get paid is what Robert Kiyosaki calls the dream. This is where you're an investor. This is where your money makes money for you. So IRAs, 401ks, investments, because money never sleeps. It doesn't get sick. It doesn't hang out at the water cooler. It doesn't cause drama. It just works. It's a beautiful thing. So these are the 4 ways to make money. Now, would you rather be on the left side of the cash flow quadrant or the right side?
The right side.
Do you know when I sat in the seat that you're in and the gentleman was teaching this to me, I didn't know there was a right side. And so here we got Luke. He just graduated with a business degree from college, and he didn't even know there was a right side. What's up with that? Now, you want to be on the right side, but if I showed this to 10 of your friends and family, what side would they want to be on?
The right side.
The right side. But where are most people?
On the left
They're
side.
on the left side. And I believe that is true. Most people are on the left side, but when I ask them they want to be on the right side, why don't they go?
They don't know how.
They don't know how. Lack of information, scared, all those things. Well, what our company does is we literally take people from the left side to the right side with almost zero risk. It is unbelievable. And so when I was being explained this, all I could think of was real estate. Now, we actually have nothing to do with real estate, but this was the only thing I could think of to kind of assimilate the information. So I just want to share this with you. So in real estate, okay, good, there it is. We have a broker and we have agents. And so what happens is you have a broker, and he gets a 6% brokerage fee when he sells a house, and the agent gets a 3% brokerage fee when they sell a house. So the broker goes out, recruits, hires, and trains a bunch of agents. If the broker goes out and sells a $100,000 house, he gets a check for $6,000. If the agent goes out and sells a house, they get a check for $3,000. and the broker gets a check for $3,000 because they get the difference between what the broker and the agent make. So this agent goes out, sells a couple of houses, and says, hey, it takes me just as much time as it takes the broker to sell a house, but they get paid twice as much. I want to be a broker. So the agent goes to the broker, hey, Mr. Broke Man, I want to be a broker. And what does the broker say? We ain't hiring brokers. We're only hiring agents. So go back and get in line. They probably don't say that. And so they go, they're not happy. They go back and sell a couple more houses. They go, this is crazy. I'm smart enough to be a broker. So they quit. They take this agent with them, open up another brokerage 2 blocks down the street, take all his clients. Does that sound like a good relationship? So now the broker's got to go out and recruit, hire, and train some more agents because he lost a couple. And now he goes out and recruits them. Now, am I going to pour 100% of my heart and soul into this person, or am I just going to teach him enough to sell a house? Just enough to sell a house. And so, who would you rather be, the broker or the agent? The broker. Yeah, well, it's still a tough business to be in, real estate. And so, as a regional vice president in our company, you get paid 7 different ways. I am a regional vice president. And I just want you to see this model. So you can kind of, this is the analogy that I had, hopefully it's helpful. So, as a regional vice president, I'm a financial broker. And what I do is I go out and I recruit, hire, and train financial representatives. Now, as a regional vice president, I'm making this up for you so you can see the numbers. Let's say I get 100% commission on selling life insurance, and the agents get 50%. So the agent goes out, sells a life insurance policy, they get paid $500. I go out and sell a life insurance policy, I get paid $1,000. But when they sell the policy, they get $500 and I get $500. So this agent goes out, sells a couple life insurance policies, and says, hey, it takes me just as much time to sell life insurance as it does Dan. I want to be an RVP. So they come knock on my door. Hey, Dan, I want to be an RVP. What do I say? Man, I'm so glad you're here. Sit down. Let's put a game plan together. Let's get you there. What took you so long? Let's go. Because I'm incentivized to help you get promoted and have your own office. And so, as a regional vice president, if my entire office helps 12 clients in a month, I make over $100,000. How hard do you think it is, with the market I just showed you, to help 12 clients? I helped 12 clients by myself last month. So here's what happens.
Slacker.
You should have. So here's what happens. So here's my office, and I get paid on everything that happens in my office. So I help Anthony become a regional vice president. He gets paid on everything that happens in his office. But the company Primerica is going to pay me a bonus based on the production of his office. So, do I want him to make more money or less money?
More money.
More. Do I want him to get promoted or not promoted?
Promote him.
Promoted. So am I going to help him or not help him?
Help him.
I'm going to help him because every time Anthony produces another regional vice president, he's going to make $50,000 a year in passive income. What's better than having one McDonald's? 10. 20. A lot. And so, here's what it looks like. When you build distribution in this company, because we need more, we actually, to service we have 87 offices in Virginia alone. But to service the state of Virginia, there's 8.1 million people, we actually need 290 offices. So we're 200 offices short. There's no shortage for what we need to do. And so, we build distribution. If you have 3 regional vice presidents, you make $300,000 a year without getting out of your bed. And when I spent 24 years in the Army, and I love serving this country, I love this great nation, but what I knew, first of all, for those of you who haven't served, you ain't going to make a lot of money, or you're not going to become a fortune maker. Anyways, I love the business, but I didn't get paid. And so when I was getting out of the military, what I knew is I didn't want to have another job where somebody was going to tell me what to do and how much I was going to get paid. I wanted to go do something where I could serve people in a good way, but then get paid what I was worth. And I knew I was never going to get a job that was going to pay me $100,000, but they daggone sure won't go pay me $300,000. I mean, how long do you have to work at your job before they'll pay you $300,000 a year?
Never.
17 lifetimes, I get it. Well, here, do you know we actually had somebody join our company this year at the beginning of the year, and they crossed over $300,000 a year in October.
Wow.
In 1 year, they went from $0 to $300,000 of income. Now, does everybody do that? No. But you could. That's amazing. I'm a little ticked. Nobody likes him. Ronald Burns, nobody likes him. No, he's awesome. So let me just show you briefly how we get paid. So this is our clients. They're both 30, 31, 32 years old. They have $500,000 worth of life insurance, and it's $120 a month. Now, the cost just depends, right? It depends on what your age is, your medical situation, depends on how much life insurance, all these variables. But for them, it's $120. Now, I've written life insurance policies for $20 a month. I've written them for $400 a month. It just depends. So with this particular sale, it takes about an hour to sit down with a family and teach them all this and then put their life insurance in force. The company actually pays my office $1,360 for the hour. Now, I happen to be a regional vice president, and I did that sale. I got paid $1,360 for that hour. How many people would agree that that's pretty good compensation for the hour? Oh, yeah. You don't have to shout it out, but just think in your head, how much time do you have to work at your job to make $1,360? If it's more than an hour, you might want to continue to listen to me. Okay, so now, if you're brand new in this company, brand new representative, you just got in, we got your license, you went out and helped this family, still takes you an hour, you get paid $300. That's still probably a little bit more than you're getting paid at your job. That's amazing. $300 for an hour, and all I did was teach somebody about finance, and then I wrote about. But the best part of the business is not that. I mean, that's good, but here's the best part. That ain't it. Oh, here it is. Is if Anthony's the regional vice president, he gets paid $1,300. But if he recruits, hires, and trains me to do it, and I'm a representative, and I go out and help this family, I make $300. Am I happy? Absolutely. Yes, I've never made $300 in an hour before. I'm like doing cartwheels down the street. But see, Anthony's office still gets paid $1,300. So he makes $1,300 minus the $300 I made. So Anthony actually makes $1,000 on the sale that I did. Now, where was he when I was helping the family? Getting his haircut. Getting his haircut. He's wherever he wants to be. He's at the beach, he's at his house, he's into movies, it doesn't matter. Now, if he takes the time to recruit, hire, and train 10 people just like me, and all 10 of us just help one family a month, like that, he gets paid $1,000 times 10. He gets paid $10,000. Now, what if it took you 2 years to do that? I'm not saying it'll take you that long, but what if it did? What if it took you 2 years to find 10 people to make that sale once a month? Would that be worth it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. And so the problem is that none of you can take advantage of what I just said. And that's because you have to get licensed to do this business. You have to be licensed through the state of Virginia, to do finances. And so what we do is we actually pay for your licensing fee, your exam fee that you can pass online, the class that you go to, all the books, the securities license. We pay, it costs like $1,200. We pay for all of that up front. That's a little bit better than the $1.1 million from McDonald's. Would you agree?
Totally agree with that.
Your portion, what you pay for, is your business number. It's a $30 fee for your background check. By the way, if you can't pass a criminal background check, you can't work in financial services. It has nothing to do with our company. That's a state regulation. So $30 for a background check, and then you have to pay $69 to the state of Virginia to open up all of your licensing files. So you pay $99. We up front, $1,200, you pay $99, and this is actually refundable. If you pass the class and you go on 2 successful training appointments, you actually get $100 back. So it's nothing. That's amazing. There's $25 that runs all of our technology. This is each month. I can run this entire business off this cell phone. I can run it off a tablet or a laptop. I don't need this office. Now I have the office because it's really cool. When are you going to win an electric guitar at your job? Yes, I can play it. Don't make me go Jimi Hendrix on you. Some of you all remember that. Okay. So, but look what you get. You get business websites that track your entire business. You get live on-demand training. You can study for your licenses online. And once you're securities licensed, you get this Morningstar portfolio software that if you're not in Primerica, it costs $4,000 a year. Plus, you get up to a 27% discount off your cell phone bill. Now, my cell phone bill happens to be so large that I pay $25 a month for all this technology, but Primerica pays me $42 a month for my discount off my cell phone bill. So I get $17 of passive income right off the top. That's more than you got. just for joining the company. Get out of town. So, now, I'm showing you my paycheck not to brag. I want you to understand how the system here is so good that anybody can do this. And this is my paycheck from October, so last month. They actually not done calculating the checks for November, so I'm using October. But you can see I got paid 20 times in October, and can you read that?
It says $22,583.
$22,583 is what I got paid in October. In 1 month. In 1 month. Paid 20 times. How many times you get paid? Well, you actually got paid a couple times. If you got a job, you got paid like once. Now, but here's what I want you to see. This gentleman here, Bobby Buisan, he got paid $288,000 in 1 month. I got paid $22,000, and he got paid like 14 times more than me. That's crazy. And people are, oh, that's just a fluke. No, it's not. Look at 283, 240, 239, 238, 220. Oh, look at all these people. But look at me. I'm number 469. I made 22,000, and I'm number 400. There's 468 people that made more money than me. As a matter of fact, the people that are above me don't even know my name. Look at this guy. He's number 552, and he made 20,000. How much money does the 552nd guy in your company make? He's probably a volunteer. He doesn't make nothing. And so the reason why I'm showing you this is I am not special. I came out of the army. I'm a rock. But they have a system here. And if you follow the system and do what they say, it will work. So here's our track record of success. Look, since we started, we had over 6,500 people make over $50,000 a year. Now, $50,000 a year is not all the money in the world. I get that. But $50,000 a year in your job is a different bucket of money than $50,000 a year in a business you own with time freedom. But look at this. We have over 3,200 people that make over $100,000 a year. Now, we actually have produced more $100,000 earners than any company in the history of America. And this book actually has all of them in here. Now, there are some funny looking people in this book. You should check this out. But you know what? They have the same background as you. They have the same job as you. They've been in the same situation as you. And they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars. And we have 78 people. This is the number 77 and the number 78 person that made over $1 million in our company. He actually just came to speak to us for 3 days in September. Yep. He's 33 years old. Been in the company for 10 years. And he makes $1.1 million a year. If he doesn't get out of his bed, he makes $110,000 a month. Nobody likes Ian. No, Ian's awesome. I'm glad to know him. So here's your opportunity. It is amazing. This company, we're the only ones that serve the middle income market. We offer products that people need. We have low upfront costs. I tell you, there's no upfront costs. We have no inventory. If you go in my closet, you won't find any soap. You won't find body wraps, pills, juice, none of it. There's nothing. And we have an untapped market. And we offer products that people need. I just want to read it. I asked you at the beginning of this, is there a need for what we do? Is there a need for what we do? And then I also asked you if this company was legitimate. Oh my gosh. We're financially solid. Our company is debt-free. We have ultimate business support. Not only do we have 2,000 people in our home office in Atlanta, that all they do is look for the best financial products out there to give to us so that we can get it to our clients, but all they do is spend time figuring out how they can pay us more. That's amazing. And the other piece of that puzzle is you have somebody at the local level right here on the ground that's been successful in this business that will literally hold your hand through the entire process so that you can be successful. Because the only time that we win is if we all win. And then you have unlimited income potential, which I think you just saw. So you're in control. As I wrap this up, you can keep your job, keep doing what you're doing, and the next 5 years of your life will look just like the last 5. How many people want to wake up in December of 2021? You can go backwards. But see, if you go back to December 2011, and you look at December 2016, and it looks the same, and you want to have the next 5 years look the same, how many people want to wake up in December 2021 and have your life be exactly the same way it is today?
No.
No, well, the only way you're going to change that is if you change that. You have to make a change. And so we tell you is, look, keep your job, keep going to school, whatever you're doing. Come to work with us on a part-time basis. We have people working with us part-time that make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year part-time. And let me prove to you that this business works. So here's your opportunity. Number one, we believe that everybody should come to work with us for at least 90 days, if for no other reason, the incredible education about money that you're going to get. If you come to work with us, you're going to learn, you're going to have the best education about money you ever had. You're going to feel really good about helping some people, and lastly, you'll make $1,000 to $2,000. You follow the system that I'm teaching you, you'll make $1,000 to $2,000 minimum. In my first month with a license in this business, I made $3,990. I didn't know what I was doing. It's amazing. Doesn't it make sense to try? Dang. And so, before I show you this, and so just want to share this with you. So I'm listening to the guy that's sharing this with me. He's actually my coach. His name is Dean Francis, and he actually makes $60,000 a month. He's up in Richmond. And so I'm sitting here listening to him, and I'm going, man, I don't even know if I believe half of the junk that he's saying. But what if I would have got up and walked out the door and just walked out and said, that's crazy? Would that be a big mistake or a little mistake? Big mistake. But what if I said, you know what? I don't know if I believe this guy, but I'm just going to throw my hat in the ring to give it a try. And let's say I worked here for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. I learned a bunch about money. I helped some families. I made a little bit of money, and I just decided I didn't want to do it anymore. Big mistake or little mistake? No mistake. I'm totally better off. And so, you know, some of you are sitting in here, and you're like, hey, I got a lot of questions I need to get answered. Great. Get with the person that brought you down here, or come see me. Let me answer your questions. Let's get you going so you can get a license so you can make some money. But some of you are here going, hey, I need to make some money yesterday. Great, we can get you started tonight so you can be moving forward to get your license. And so I'll leave you with this. Some of you are sitting here going, hey, this looks like a scam to me. Hey, we've been in business for 40 years. We're publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. Forbes magazine says we're one of the 50 most trustworthy financial services companies in North America. If you think we're a scam, all I can tell you is, I'm still going to get paid. Some of you are going, hey, it's too good to be true. If it's that good, how come everybody doesn't do it? Does anybody know anybody that joined the gym is paying $50 a month and doesn't go? It's just people. And those people are the same people that say the gym don't work. I've been a member of the gym for years. I haven't lost 1 pound. Well, the reason why the gym doesn't work is because you don't work. And this business is the same way. This business is simple, but I'm not going to tell you it's easy. You don't get paid $20,000 a month because it's simple and easy. You get paid $20,000 a month because you go to work. You got to be mentally tough to do this business. A majority of the people that we talk to say no. You can help them. You can help them. And they still say no. Can you handle that kind of rejection? If you can, the 4 people that tell you yes will build you a fortune. But if you think it's too good to be true, you just need to know I'm still going to get paid. Hey, you can join me, and we'll both get paid. I guarantee that. But if you just walk out the door saying, hey, I'm out of here, you can walk out the door knowing, damn, Ruth's still going to get paid. It's all good. It's all good. So I'm going to bring my wife up here just so you can see how great of a recruiter I really am. This is my wife, Penny. Hey, honey.